Got it.
Yeah.
Hi.
Thank you so much for your time, for being here in my interview. I want to introduce you. You are the biggest, the oldest, the mainst matchmaking agency in Netherlands.
Yes.
Yes, and I would like to know, how did you come to this profession? What is your background? What do you do in your country, and what is your specialty in your company?
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. At first, let me thank you for asking me for this. I think I'd be honored to be interviewed by you and work together for a better matchmaking agency or a better matchmaking industry. And I think that the good ones should get more podium, and so we can help more people finding love. So we have to spread the love. So thank you for the invitation. Yes, our company is called Mens en Relatie in Dutch. In English, that says people and relation. Very easy. My mother started the company about almost 40 years ago. So I'm second generation. My sister is also working in this organization for almost 40 years. I'm working here for almost 30 years. And I have a little brother. He's working here for about 5 years in the company right now. We have 40 matchmakers in total in the Netherlands. So we have every big city, and a city in the Netherlands is quite fast big because the Netherlands is very small. We have similar count of living in the Netherlands like New York. So New York is 17 million people. The Netherlands is almost 18 million people. And what we try to do with our agency is come very close to the people. So we have matchmakers in every city. They know the area, they know the people, and they can be find very easy. They can be found very easy, and they can find very easy because they know everybody in the area, or almost everybody in the area, and they know what the people are like and what they used to do, and etc. etc. So we started a long time ago. We are definitely big with 40 matchmakers. We are one of the biggest agencies in Europe, what we do is everything. We do everything we think that's needed for our clients to find love. And so we do a lot of training inside our people. We do a lot of training and coaching for our clients. We do a lot of matching with our own database, and we do a lot of collaboration with other agencies like yours, because I think it doesn't matter where the match is coming from. It's the matter that your client gets the best match as soon as possible. And so we have a lot of clients who only wants 30 kilometers or 40 kilometers or 50 kilometers in match. Now that's no problem. And we have clients who wants all over the world. We match with Japan, with Brasilia. Yesterday I was busy with a match from Boston. So, but tomorrow I can match just only in Amsterdam, or only in Rotterdam, or only in Utrecht. So we have a lot of varieties in our clients. We have say a woman not working, or somebody who's not out of school or something. And we have politicians, or movie stars, or successful business entrepreneurs. So we have it all. And that's what I think makes fun for me, to meet so many different kinds of people. That's so interesting.
You know, I remember many years ago, I used Tinder to find the partner for me.
Yes.
And I was in Amsterdam. It's one of my favorite cities.
Yes. Okay.
And I was really surprised that I got so few matches, because usually wherever I was, I always get, you know, a lot of men who wanted to meet me. And I was really
Yeah.
surprised why Netherlands is so disinterested about me having good photos, being beautiful
Yeah.
woman. Now I understand, because you got all people in your agency in Tinder can die in Netherlands because of you.
No, but I think Dutch people are very interested in other people, but also in a respectful way. And I think the difference between the Netherlands and so many other countries is that people meet and match with equal people, and they women and men are looking for another relationship than, for instance, when I look to Millionaire Matchmaker, for instance, that somebody, a matchmaker, has one man, it's millionaire, and she had 30 women, it will not work in the Netherlands, because that will absolutely not work. When we have a millionaire as man, we will seek for a millionaire as a woman. You know what I understand? Or a very high educated woman, or you know what I mean? That's Dutch is about equal partnership.
It's really interesting.
And they are not interested. I will not say an ugly man is not interested in a beautiful woman, but a man will how do you say it? Will add. Well, let me check, because
it's not sugar daddies, sugar babies relationship. It's
no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. A man will always estimate whether he is pretty enough looking himself before he's considering to connect with a woman. And also back to the it's also from women to men and from men to women, all the same. But when somebody is not in your league, you are not going on a date. And it's I think it's not as strong as earlier anymore, because we have a lot of influence of international people. We have had that always in the Netherlands, always since the history of the Netherlands. We are always having influence of other countries and other cultures, and it's not like Japan. Japan was always closed. And an interesting fact is, the Dutch were the first to trade in Japan. And so we always, the Netherlands people are always all over the world, and all over the world is always in the Netherlands. So when you're coming from another country, you are never very special, because we have other people from your country. You know, so you think I'm a beautiful woman and I'm from far away, and so they will be interested in me. No, we have a lot of women from far away, and they will not standard approach you when you're not in their league. That's not common in the Netherlands.
It's really interesting. It's really so interesting, because you know, compared to German mentality. So Germany is closed, and closer mentality, and language is not the same, but quite similar. But there are a lot of men who search for younger or much younger girls. But even if she has good education, if he's, let's say, 15, she's 30, they are never in the same league, because she needs 20 years of life, of wisdom, of human knowledge. She needs time to be on the same level with him, and searching for the daughter. So it's really searching for the daughter. From my point of view, it's wrong.
Yes, yes. But it happens in the Netherlands. It's absolutely happens in the Netherlands, but it's not common. It's absolutely not common. No, not even the rich guy. The rich guy can find a partner 5 years younger, maybe 10 years younger. But when he has a partner 20 years younger or 25 years younger, everybody would say, don't do that. No, it's not used. No, it's not. I think it's not helping. And what I see is that women in the Netherlands find a partner of their own age and ask us a partner 5 years younger.
It's quite
and not, yeah, and not 20 years later, 10 years older or 20 years older. No, the woman asks for younger wives. So that's something new, and that's about equality. And it's also in education equality, and it's also in income. And that's interesting because that's the way it started. In the early days, in 1807, the first contact advertising was placed in London, and it was placed because a man was seeking a wife with the same amount of money in his in the pocket, like, and so and we still see that in the Netherlands. There is not a rich guy marrying a very poor woman because he's pretty and 20 years younger. That's really an exception.
It's really interesting. I like it. To be honest, I like it because I strongly believe that for a healthy, long life relationship, you have to meet somebody who is similar to you, to searching for different people and then struggle in the family with these differences and fight against each other just because we are different. It's wrong. So it's really very easy if you have the same educational level, you on the same, brain level, you can talk to your spouse, to your partner, like it's your second half, and not your daughter, not your father, not your, I don't know, your poor slave. Okay, you surprised me already.
Yes, but I think a relationship, like you say, a relationship is about giving and getting. And it has to be a balance in some ways, and of course somebody has to do other things and be good in other things so you can help each other. But it's not only giving or it's not only getting on some territories. That's not working. That's not working in long-term relationships. But when you want to change every 10 years, yes, you can choose whatever, but that's not the things we do as matchmaking agency. We want long-lasting relationships, and we try to match for lifelong relationships. That's what we really want to do. So you met one people and you go for that for the rest of your life. That's what we want.
Okay. Example. One foreigner, man or woman, will go to date with one Dutch single, man or woman, doesn't matter. Are there some different things on the first date we foreigner have to know? For example, in Germany it's quite often that the bills will be split and everybody pays own part, and even German women, they insist on paying own bills themselves. In my culture in Russia, it's no way if I go for coffee with a guy, he pays. It's really no way. If he asks me to pay to either for my coffee, it will be our last date ever. I will ban him, block him in all possible social media. What's about first date in Netherlands?
Okay, what I think, I think it's smart and it is good for the man to take initiative. So he has to do it. So it's very common in Holland. We have something we have something you don't have. We have tikkie. That's a Dutch invention, and a tikkie is that I can send you a WhatsApp or a message by Telegram to pay. Like a Uber has, when you are in Uber, you can share a bill. Now, and we have an app. And what I think the men should do is they should say, shall I pay the bill? So he takes control of the situation. Shall I pay the bill? And then she will say, send me a ticket. So send me a tikkie. So then she will pay the half. And when I would like to date, I will never send a message. I will say, let's meet again. And then she will say in Netherlands, then I pay.
Okay.
So it's equality again. But I think the man has to take the lead. He has to say, I will pay. The first time he has to say, I will pay. And the second time, when they second time date, I think it's normal that the woman says, now I pay. And then she pays.
Okay, but for example, if first time it was just for coffee and second time expensive restaurant.
Then the man has to take initiative and says, we are not going to do that. But it will be fun to see what will happen, because when she says, I said last time I should pay, and then he says, no way, I will pay. Or he says, sure, but now you have to send me a ticky. So they pay half. So that would be very, very Dutch. You stay in America, they say going Dutch is splitting the bills.
Really? I didn't know about it.
Yeah, that's in America, in the United States, when they say going Dutch, everybody pays his own bill. Yes, I'm sorry. It's really, yes. Yes,
I really thought I thought the Germans are famous for this splitting the bills and paying.
No. I'm sorry. It's the Dutch. I'm sorry.
Okay. Many years ago, sorry if I say something rude, many years ago, I watched one report on German television, and the reporter said about this buying or choosing things to buy. And the reporter said, if you're in Holland, if you're in Netherlands, people usually prefer to buy what is cheaper. In Germany, people ready to pay for something if it's worth it. So if it's worth it, the price doesn't matter. Is it true or false?
It's absolutely true.
Okay.
It's absolutely true. I know that because matchmaking in the Netherlands are the cheapest in the world.
Really?
Yes. When I see what other countries can charge.
Me too.
Yeah. When I see what other people and what we can charge, we are definitely the cheapest. And I think our most expensive dating agency in the Netherlands are asking 15,000 euros max. And then when I'm talking to in New York at the conference, people are asking $100,000, and I say, what the fuck? Yeah. That will never happen. That will never happen in the Netherlands. That will never happen. No way.
The same in Germany. When I hear these prices and I think about, am I able to charge my clients? If I just mention 20 or 15, I will lose all my database. I will sit alone without.
Yes, absolutely. Nobody will come for 20 or 25,000 euros. That will not happen. I think the max in the Netherlands is around 15,000, and we are not charging that because we want a very big database. So we are not charging 15,000. We start at the 1,000 euro. So, and when I'm talking in New York about $1,000, they say you are insane. But I say and I know what I can do for that money. So it's not a problem for me, because we have to lower the expectations of the client and we have to put in lower hours. So it stays the same. But the total amount of money will be equal because I have more clients. Yeah. But in Dutch, people will always go for lowest price and will always go for, most people will buy quality for the lowest price. So it's always, in the Netherlands, it's always about a balance. From what are you willing to pay and what are you going to get?
You know, it's really interesting. Yesterday I had this conversation. I never thought about it, about left brain and right brain.
Yes.
So it's from your description, Dutch people are definitely left brain leaded, because it's all this behavior, counting, estimating, thinking before you do, not risking even about money. It's absolutely left brain. Yes, it is.
Yes, but I don't know. I think Dutch people are about both brains, but they are both brains. But when they come about money,
it's left.
They get into one piece of their brain, and they don't. We are the biggest savers of money. We have in pension, we have 6 or 7 billion of dollars in pension savings. That's a huge amount. We have, I don't know how many billions on saving accounts. And Dutch people are always in it for long term, also with savings, always also with work, also with I know that's a funny story. I know when our grocery shops opened shops in China, they said, because we now open, we have how do you say sales prices? Is that correct? Yes. We have sales prices only for the opening, but the Chinese people weren't used to it, so they came to the shop and they bought stuff for $10 or $20, and the next week there were other products in sales. So they went to the registry and he said, last week I paid $10 for this, so I will pay $10 right now. And the people who were working there said, no, you have to pay, this time you have to pay $20 and you can choose something else for a sales price. No, that didn't work for the Chinese people. They said, I paid once $10, so I keep paying $10 and I'm not going to pay $20 for it. And in Holland, it's very common in the supermarket, in the groceries, that something is in sale, and then that's in sale, and then that's in the sale. That's very common in not only in Holland. I think it's very common in Europe. But
yes, it's very, very common. People get these books, these magazines with discounts, and some people really choose this shop, this grocery, just because of sale. This product on sale, and they'll drive there, saving money on petrol and for driving.
The Chinese, it didn't work for the Chinese people. It absolutely did not work for the Chinese people.
But you know, it's really very important to know such things about different mentalities, because if you want to date international, you know how it works in your country, but you definitely have to know what people expect from you, you know, in terms of money in the other countries. Because if you, let's say it's American or Chinese, go to Amsterdam and try to meet somebody in this country, you have to know what's going on and how people spend their money. Okay.
Yes, really, but I think that's a very interesting aspect of our work. It's so interesting to meet all the different cultures and meet all the different people and get inside people, because that's matchmaking about who is somebody and who is somebody at the outside and who is somebody at the inside. And I think it's very, very interesting of our work to get into people and to get to know the culture and to see two people of different culture getting together and give them some advance and meaning of life, getting know each other, helping each other, and grow as a person. Because that is what different cultures do to each other.
Yeah, absolutely. What I always say, you know, this is matchmaking, a straight matchmaking. I mean, it's a complicated thing because we have two worlds, man and woman, and we generally not always understand each other because we even communicate in different way. Then we have, if it's international, we have different backgrounds, different families. So it's complicated in their own countries, coming from different families, but it's getting even worse if it's about other in the language. And you know, but it's really insane what's going on. I'm Russian, you are Dutch, we speak to each other in English, so it means even now we have to think, how are we going to sell our message, how are we going to speak about topic we know that the other person understands it. It's really insane, and it's so important to know about other cultures, this respect to other cultures, and really, you know, for my girls, it will be to learn the languages. Because if you don't speak the language, you know, it's really interesting thing, because Netherlands, quite small country, but most people speak Dutch, and many people speak English. You know, it's normal. So many people speak English, so you will never meet so many Russians in Russia speaking English, even in the good times before sanctions. But I forgot what I wanted to say. But you know, so my women, they come to me and say, "Oh, you know, Ksenia, as soon as I meet the right one, I'm ready to learn the language." And I always think, how are you going to understand that he's the right one if you're not able to talk to him?
Yes. But how does it come that you need the man or the match to learn the language? You're not ready to learn the language. You should already have worked on yourself, and you should already know the language, and then you can meet the man. So and some people are thinking that the relationship or the partner will help them to get to a certain position. But that's not the way it works. You have to be there to be the right one and to choose the right one. Because when you didn't make the step, you will find somebody who fits with your situation, like you are here, but you have at first make the step. And at first sometimes you have to lose weight, or get a haircut, or get dressing advice, or get mindset coaching, or whatever. But people sometimes come to us and say, I want that man, or I want that woman who fits with me at that position. That's not what we are going to do. And we have a lot of we have to talk a lot. Say to people, you are right here right now, and we have to bring you first to this position before we're going to match. And that's a challenge, to get people to see that we have to bring them over here. But that's what we do.
I agree with you, because many times, or most times, I read in the profiles, I need the partner to make me happy. And I always think happiness, it should be already inside of you. First, you have to become happy, and only after it, you can start searching for your second half. If it's not a half, it's separately person. But you know, so I really like this special Dutch thing about being equal. I think it's so right. And I think that all countries should move to this position, not searching for somebody who compensates my problems, or who pushes my ego. It's more about, I'm searching really for somebody, she or he, who is, you know, next to me, and who is on the same level, plus minus.
Yes. It's about the same level. It's about a relationship. It's about two people being on the same level. And it's not a problem when you are not right on the same level on all the aspects, but you have to want to get to that same level in some in the aspects. When you are willing to get to a next level, it will be okay. But the start has to be the same level at some points. And when you are absolutely not on somebody's level, you don't have a match, never. But I think we have a beautiful country. There are a lot of Dutch people in it, but we have a beautiful country, I think. And there's a lot of work for us. There's a lot of work to do. So
absolutely. And the more we move in this direction of computers, artificial intelligence, and sitting at home in front of the laptops, the more work we have. Because before COVID, before pandemic, it was not so much need to explain to people about right communication. But after sitting nearly 2 years at home, people lost their communication skills, and we really literally stand from the point zero and explain, you know, you want to get attention, you have to do this. And you know, the really interesting thing, I recorded interviews with matchmakers from different countries, and all, you know, like in your country, where we speak about equal partnership, everybody says about men should show more initiative. Men should take this leading position. Men, at least at the beginning, should show their strength and show the way for the girls where the relationship is going to develop.
Yeah, correct.
Everybody says it. It's really no, I like it because it means that in different countries, despite of our mentality, despite of education, it's still man and woman, and we cannot mix the two genders to each other. We still have to stay man, woman, and despite of this, how many genders are existing right now, I still believe there are two genders only.
No, but I can understand why people think they don't fit in the body. I can understand that, but the majority is man and the majority is woman. So, but what we are doing in the Netherlands, and I don't know if you're doing that in Germany as well or in Russia as well. We are giving every minority a lot of podium. We bring a lot of minorities onto a podium and say, "Oh, it's great, you are a minority." But I think it's a problem when you forgot about the majority, because they don't get the attention they deserve. So I think I'm right with you. I think we are on the same level about our thinking about men and women, because we are in biological way and in hormones and in brains and in body, we are different, and that's okay. But we have to respect each other, and we have to respect each other's problem or specialities or thinkings, and they are different, and that's okay. So, and when we can say I'm okay and you're okay, then we can come together in equality.
Yes, absolutely. And what I think, so I really don't care who is sleeping with whom. I think unless people are 18 years and older, they can do whatever they want to.
Yeah.
And as being in majority of people who believe in two genders only, I think it's okay to accept what is going on, but I think it's wrong then minority tells us what to do and what to think. I believe in two genders, and I will always believe in two genders. If my kids will decide to, I don't know, to have the gay relationship, it's okay. I'm absolutely fine, but
absolutely.
I'm not going to change my mind, and so I really don't care who does what. It's not my business. Oh, thank you so much for interesting conversation. I expected it to be so interesting, but I didn't know so many things about your country and your mentality. It's really absolutely blowed my mind about this equality. So special thing, I didn't know about it. Thank you so much. I will post your contact information under this video. So if somebody is interested to have relationship with people in Netherlands, it's beautiful, amazing country, they can contact you directly and you will explain to them special things about Dutch dating.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ksenia. I thought it was a very interesting conversation. I think you are a very interesting colleague, and I hope to meet you in London in a few weeks, a few months. So I'm really looking forward to that moment. And thank you very much for the opportunity. So we could meet today and do this interview and do this talk, because I think it's always interesting to talk about people and relations. It's such an interesting, just an interesting subject.
Best thing ever. I always say my profession is best thing ever. I can gossip 24 hours a day, and it's my job.
Absolutely. And thank you very much. And I hope to see you soon.
Okay, see you. See you in London.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.